And welcome to Double Talk. I'm Mark Steffen, right here on Channel 98.
I'm Michael Mandel on Channel 99.
What?
Well, it's Double Talk, you know? It's just there.
Can't believe the thing he says.
Yes.
Just listen to me.
It doesn't say what channel it is, so we have no idea. Anyhow, we're here. We're glad to be here. The weather looks great. You know, it's getting to be
we have a window looking out.
Yeah, autumn. It's going to be autumn.
At our secret.
You know, things have happened. Halloween has come and gone.
It's true.
And it was great. All the things that happened on Halloween.
We have a lot of rodents around, I noticed.
That's true. Q.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Hey, look!
It's Minnie
Rat.
Minnie who?
Monica.
Minnie Monica.
Monica Mouse?
And what happened? You couldn't get back to your little hole in the wall for Halloween? Well, we better get you moving. Halloween went in that direction.
She's the ghost of Halloween past.
Thank you, little mouse, little Miss Mouse.
Anyway, what'd you say? What do you mean Walt's dead? What?
What? Man, she just squeaked by. Right there.
Anyway.
Yes, that was our Halloween show. Just like that, we just showed what Halloween was like. It went by fast.
Last week, yes.
As this season is going fast because,
well, we can go faster now because gas is cheaper. That means you can, drive faster.
True. Right, you could burn up gas.
Burn up more gas.
Any miles per hour over 55, you are wasting gas or something, they say.
But finally, gasoline is down below $3 a gallon right now.
Most places in town, if you go in your neighborhood, it's still... Actually, in my neighborhood, the Alon was $2.97. I was thinking, my gosh, this is what the neighborhood has. What does the real place have in the middle of town? The real place has $2.93. And then the not Murphy's, but what's the other one? The cheap one.
Gasomat?
Yeah, anyway, they're like $2.87.
Yeah, but who wants to get gas there?
Well, it's gets your car going no matter what. It's not like your car is going to have to go to the hospital because it got infected by bad gasoline.
Well, Murphy's is the same gas that the Sam's Club uses.
Oh.
And if you go to the new Walmart, there's a Murphy's there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't go out that way. Anyway, I go to the one in the middle of town. The middle of town, which most people don't know where the middle of town really occurs. Some people, if you were here a long time, you think it's the downtown mall. Nobody knows what a downtown mall is.
Well, there's no such thing anymore.
The middle of town, to me, is like Idaho and El Paseo. It used to be the middle of town. Now it kind of is, because all the most important things are there. Kmart. Oh, wait, that's not there.
Well, yeah, Kmart's there. Sort of.
Well, the building is Walgreens.
So you know that's the most important part of town.
The health food store, the one known as the Co-op.
The Mountain View Market.
Yes, and that's the center of your
world. And your gym.
And the gym I go to, the Planet Fitness, PF.
PF. Yeah. And
so there, the gas is cheap. Probably it'll stay under $3 for a while.
Well, we'll see. There'll always be an excuse for it to go higher again.
Trouble is, you can't stock up on gas. You can't stockpile gas. Like, every time there's a 2K scare, people stock up on gallons of water.
Yeah, but I keep hearing of these people who get into this plan where if they pay ahead for gasoline, they get to nail it at the price, that current price.
Where do you do that?
If they buy, say, put $10,000 down for gasoline at $2 a gallon, then they get to pay $2 a gallon when the gas goes to $4 a gallon.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
You're talking about
I keep hearing about these people that
futures,
do it.
Yeah.
Who are these people? How do they do it? It's like buying futures.
It is like buying futures, but that you're actually buying futures on raw stuff.
Where do you buy this
And you don't get it. You don't get it. You should buy gold. It's cheap now.
You lock in the price.
Gold's cheap.
Yeah, but you can't drive gold.
No, but you could pawn it and then use that. Well, I don't know what you're going to do about getting gas. You can get a large tank. One of my friends has a 200-gallon and a 300-gallon tank, and he's using it for his airplane fuel.
Oh, okay.
And
it's good.
Why don't you try that?
Now, now the gas is cheaper, you can use it to drive to a new restaurant that opened in town over there in Mesilla, Arabella's.
Where's Mesilla?
You know where it is.
Oh, is that little town at the end of Idaho?
It's where, pretty much. It's where the old Lorenzo's used to be. Over there in Mesilla, just inside the Mesilla city limits. Arabella's Cuban and Puerto Rican food?
No, Cuban and Italian.
Italian.
They say. you know, they're saying this will be a good change because everything that opens up here is usually
the same
steak or Mexican food. Yeah. So Cuban is a little bit Mexican.
Well,
it's Spanish.
It's very porky.
Yeah. They say that they're the first people to have Cuban food, but Amelia's on the Plaza of Mesilla has had a Cuban sandwich that, don't tell my rabbi, but I had. And it's pulled pork.
I'm telling.
Don't tell anybody. Keep this to yourselves.
Pulled
us. Pork on ham with like pickles and some other stuff, and it's awesome. It's pretty good. And I'm sure that the Arabellas will be good too. I'd like to see what a Cuban spin on Italian food is.
Well, no, I hope they're separate.
Huh? I don't know. We haven't gone there. We'll give you a report. Those of you who want to jump the gun, you can only go for dinner until tomorrow night, and they're opening for lunch on the 5th, Monday.
Well, like any new restaurant that opens up, I give them at least a month.
It'll be crazy. It'll be crazy.
I never
go there. Yeah.
But I did go to Genghis Grill a couple of nights ago for dinner over there on Telshore.
Well, you are quite the storming of the wall person, aren't you?
I did not order off the menu. I went to the Mongolian barbecue portion of it. Because my dining partner ordered off the menu. And she said next time she'll do the Mongolian barbecue. Although she liked what she got.
But you're a culinary genius. Maybe she isn't.
Well,
your life is about putting foods together, like you say, put that chicken with some cabbage. What'd you do? What'd you make?
Dessert.
You made dessert? You say, oh, you know, I love grilled ice cream.
Who doesn't?
I know. Baked Alaska.
It just keeps falling through the grate, though. That's the thing.
Is it a grate or is it a wok?
It's awful. It's great. It's fabulous.
Great. Did you like it? I hear they have beer and wine.
At Genghis Grill? Yes, they do.
Yes.
And they even have a bar where you may sit and sip and eat if you want to.
But they don't have hard liquor, right? They
they
can't make you a gin and tonic.
No, no. You have to bring your own.
Oh, okay. I'll do that.
So
I like that.
So now
Genghis Grill, that's good.
So after you go out to eat Saturday night, tonight if you do, when you get home, make sure you set your clocks back 1 hour.
What is that going to mean?
Because it's time for daylight savings time to go away.
That is crazy. Do you have to do exactly the same thing you did the other hour just to make sure the world doesn't collapse? Do you have to repeat everything from that hour and keep going? What happens in that hour?
Well, you have a second chance to get it right then, if that's what you're saying.
Yes, that'll work.
So set your clock backs 1 hour tonight, folks, at, well, technically 2 o'clock, but, do it before you go to bed.
Yeah, before you go to bed, and you'll wake up early no matter what on Sunday, unless you're planning on waking up late, but you might, thwart yourself and get up on time. Well, also,
yes. It reminds me, speaking of time, I was with a woman the other night, and
was this your companion?
She wanted me to, she wanted.
Could I get out for this?
She didn't want me to go.
Could I walk out of this one?
I wanted to go to, I wanted to take her into the sack, and she says, well, you won't respect me in the. How do I know you'll respect me in the morning? I said, sleep till noon. You won't have to worry about it.
I thought you said, how do you know I respect you now?
That's right.
So,
I assume they don't.
You just don't know.
But
what you do, yes, what are you going to say?
I was just going to say, as long as you're setting your clocks back, you could also
check your smoke detectors.
Check your smoke detectors. Hit the little button, make sure that, or just change the battery. Just change the battery out, and then you'll know it's good.
Why would the battery go out? Do you never use it? How often do you use your smoke detector?
Because the smoke detector is being operated by, it has a nuclear element in there.
It's what the NSA, look at, it's got that camera. That's how the NSA watches us.
Sure they do.
That's why they're trying to get down on people who smoke. The government is so against smokers that they're using that, and they're going to spy them and use that little laser to shoot them.
Well, that's how they do it. You know how we do it?
What?
Well, right here on Channel 98, we can watch the people who are watching our show. We have a way to see in to the house. Seymour, put your pants back on. Well, your girdle, please.
That's right. And you know why we know this? Because people come up to us and say, I saw you on TV. And you said, so did I. Saw you too.
Saw you too.
And there you are.
It's not pretty, always.
On the show.
That too.
Well, that shirt, really.
Now.
You shouldn't be wearing horizontal.
I was reading the newspaper, which I sometimes do. And I read
it's your source of information, isn't it?
Pretty much. That and this show. And I read where a Las Cruces homeless man threatened the President of the United States.
I have his name written down here.
He admitted to doing it. He's a homeless man.
He did.
It's a federal crime to threaten the President.
I think it's great. And that guy looks like a threat to everything. His name's Tracy Y. White. That's President
That's when he got the news
Obama.
that
he heard that Tracy White was after him, and Tracy White was waiting, I think, a half hour to talk to. This was for Social Security.
Oh, he's on the phone, on hold forever.
He was on the phone, and when he got back to somebody, he said, "I'm going to shoot President Obama." Of course, I say this now. I'm quoting.
Now,
I'm
take it out of context.
I don't want to be taken out of context. He said something aggressive about the president, and they put an APB on him, which is pretty easy because he can't run too far.
Secret Service showed up rapidly. I don't know how they found him being homeless and all.
But of course, homeless. We said we laugh at this. However, 2 weeks ago, some woman in a car drove down from Connecticut and tried to drive the car into the gate of the White House.
Yes,
and then hurt people with her car.
And they shot her dead.
Yes. Don't do that.
Now, it's against the law to threaten the president. Is it against the law to threaten a future president not yet elected?
Well, you could threaten him now.
If someone says, I will kill the next president that gets elected, is that a crime?
No, not until he gets in. You can't say the next president, you have to say his name. But you could say both people's names.
Why would you? If somebody says now, I want to kill the president.
Which president?
Who's in office now without saying his name? That's a crime. Is it not?
Yes, it is.
Okay, but is it a crime to threaten the future
next president? Well, I think the next president has to deal with it. I think they take a list of people and they go, well, a guy on the homeless list with a dog is his only weapon. Can't do it. Did he have a gun? He didn't have a gun.
He just made an idle threat.
Same as everybody says.
But now he gets free room and board, which is what he really wants.
Which is probably pretty good. It's a lot better than sleeping under the bridge. Although I don't know, it might not be as good.
Depends on your bridge.
People threaten everybody. I mean, you're in the car
all the time.
Yes, we get life threats. I'm going to let you live with yourself forever. That's what my wife says.
Yeah, and we're going to make you do the TV show forever.
Yes.
I know you want
I was going to make you do the TV show by yourself, but Mickey Mouse ran on you.
Oh, please, not that.
Yes, Minnie Mouse. She just ran.
So, speaking of threats, a man up in Mescalero on the reservation beat up a baby. Now, he was touch and go there for a minute because the baby almost had him down.
What is that a picture of?
But, here's a man who
that's not the guy.
He beats up a baby. This represents the man who beat up the baby.
He probably felt threatened. Did you see that baby on TV actually it's on the YouTube, but the baby who cries when his mother sings to him? It was on Letterman. It was ridiculous.
I didn't see it.
I would beat up that baby.
I saw the cigarette smoking baby.
Oh, that baby probably beat you up. That's a tough baby. Yes. So what's your point? Why would the guy beat the baby up? Who won?
Well, apparently the baby did because the guy's in prison.
There has been child abuse cases in Las Cruces, but they don't term it as beating up the baby. Maybe throwing them or tossing them down. Some of them were hit against. There's horrible ones with the hit against the toilet seat with this head. There's horrible things. So the guy in Mescalero.
You know what happens to child abusers in prison?
Yes.
Yes, they get the worst treatment.
Not from experience, though. I'll be the first to say that.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, is it time to cut out of here? Should we? What's our next thing? We can get at least another 4 topics.
The Obamacare disaster is up and rolling.
Okay, then it's over. Yeah. In a few weeks, the Obamacare disaster will be over. Everybody will have Obamacare.
Yep.
Things will be good.
We'll see you. But somebody said in sound off, it's the same people who manage nuclear weapons who try to run Obamacare
and Medicare. See you in a few minutes.
We'll be back after these words.
Welcome to La Buena Vida Women's Club, located away from the crowds but close to home. Come in throughout the day for Jazzercise, the world's dance fitness leader for nearly 40 years. Treat yourself to a relaxing massage, or unwind in the lounge area or outside on the balcony with friends. La Buena Vida Women's Club, located and designed with women in mind. For information, call Diane at 650-9721.
Hey, you, come here. Do you want to know the news? The Las Cruces channel is now on 7 days a week, so keep it right here.
Celebrate, celebrate, Fiesta Motors. Come and see us today and discover why our service is second to none. In business for over 17 years, we have the right car for you. When you buy a vehicle from Fiesta Motors, we do everything possible to ensure your satisfaction. Located at the corner of El Paseo and Main. See you there.
Celebrate Fiesta Motors, where buying a car is always a celebration.
No, there.
Well,
we're back.
We are.
And you were about to sneeze, which brought up the question of Obamacare. It's going to cover that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's going to cover sneezes.
That's okay. I'm not sick. I've never been sick a day in my life. There's no risk. What do we need insurance for?
That's because nobody ever talks to you. You never get any germs from anybody else. You're always like at least 40 feet away from any human germ.
My mother said.
That's why we have this window here.
My mother warned me. She said, "Don't get too close to people, or you'll catch their
disease.
Dreams.
You'll catch their dreams.
I thought she said germs. She said dreams.
Then you should get close to people to ride on their dreams. And like one of your dreams is, to be in a top TV show like 3.5 Men.
And here it is.
You could be 3.5 Men.
And instead, I'm in this nightmare.
Which is only 2 men and a Minnie Mouse.
And a mouse.
There's a show there.
We have an election coming up here in the state soon, next year.
This state?
In the state, for governor.
Oh.
The governor has to run for
Tell me
office
about it.
again.
I'm like naive about that stuff.
And there are 4 Democrats now
who is that?
declared.
Is that yeah?
That's our governoress.
Really? She's not? Isn't that Linda Ronstadt?
There are 4 people running for Democrats who've decided to run against her.
Well, they could win because 4 people could always overpower 1.
Sure, they could beat her up.
4 people to 1.
And as one of the candidates who currently declared to run against her called her the Sarah Palin of the Southwest, he intends to run against her and beat her.
I'm not even going to smile. Yeah, I will smile because it's cute. But I mean, any Republican woman would be categorized as that. I do believe Susana Martinez is, believe it or not, way smarter than Sarah Palin. I mean,
well,
you think Susana Martinez had training as a lawyer, was a pretty darn good lawyer. Not that I'm like touting her qualifications.
Is she more corrupt than Sarah Palin?
What do you mean by corrupt? Does she manipulate the system? Maybe. I don't know. That's what you do when you're a politician. You try to get things done that you want. I mean, Susana Martinez is a smart woman. I will give her that.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt.
Sarah Palin has some, I don't know, she must have some weird smarts because she's not really smart. She got to be governor because nobody else lives in Alaska.
Yeah, and she could only handle it for 2 years. So.
And as soon as she ran for vice president, they had to learn her stuff, like how to read a newspaper.
Oh, unfortunately, she never did learn it.
Well, it's kind of hard to learn all that junk. We don't know all that stuff. We make it up,
What do you mean, we?
I always like to talk. I talk in the royal sense.
Don't you read The Nation?
No, I'm too busy reading
comic books?
Time magazine. Too busy reading Pearls Before Swine. That's where I get all my stuff. Anyway, so you like the idea that he called her a Sarah Palin? I think that'd be funny because Sarah Palin is really funny. She is funny.
Yeah, she is a joke.
She's funny.
And you don't have to read The Onion to know that.
The Onion makes up some great stuff, like Barbara Michelle Bachmann.
Yeah, Michelle Bachmann.
Michelle Bachmann was, they said it made a 2011 law that made the gay men in her state not dress so gay. Did you read that? That was obviously a fake one, but I thought, well, that's pretty good.
Because they were dressing better than she was.
Well, you go online to read the story, and the funny thing about the article that made gay guys dress less gay, there was an ad for Eddie Bauer, and I'm wondering are they trying to get the gay guys to buy their clothes to make them look butch
more
or what?
Butch, I don't know. Nothing gay about Eddie Bauer.
Go to the Michelle Bachmann stuff.
Anyway, no, don't.
No, the funny stuff.
Now,
which is all funny.
Now, we're talking about election. Las Cruces has an election coming up right here in Doña Ana County this month.
Well, don't most elections come up?
In fact, Tuesday is your last chance to vote. You can vote before the election. Tuesday is your last chance to vote because that's election day. To vote for your city councilman. There's
There's 3 city council people.
3 districts with city council people up for election, and 2 judges are running against each other.
You know, did you vote yet?
I haven't voted yet. I intend to vote today. And I'm going to, I'm in
Saturday?
I'm in District 3. Yeah, you can vote Saturday.
Ooh.
I'm in District 3.
Olga Pedroza.
Olga Pedroza is running against Courtney.
Bev Courtney, who slipped into she had under 25 validated signatures, but they let her go anyway.
She was deemed unqualified because she didn't have enough signatures on her petition.
Would she be deemed unqualified because her qualifications are that she feels that somebody has to represent her?
Her and her alone?
And her definition of her is Christian, conservative, homeschooling, and she's a small arms instructor who also believes that she should be making money gutting the city and selling the real estate. But
she was against. I'm sure she was against the tax increase that the city council.
I'm sure she was. Everybody who is running for somebody is against the 3/8% tax increase. Which you realize those 3/8% does not go to your food. Goes to stuff like gas and other stuff. The other one, let's see, the city just endorsed Pedroza, who's got a good record. Sharon Thomas supports
well, she's over her head,
Cobb.
I think.
Sharon Thomas is over her head?
No, Pedroza. Sharon Thomas is out. Too bad.
Right, but she's saying the person who would do best to replace her would be Cobb. Anyway, I'm just saying that.
Anyway, Pedroza...
You're not listening to us anyway. You go vote how you want to go vote.
The newspaper endorses Pedroza. The Sun News endorses Ryan for municipal judge.
Yes.
Instead of Longwill.
Here's a tip. To avoid long lines, go vote. Because nobody's going to be there. Now,
long lines?
There's not going to be long lines. There's like 2 people to vote for it. If it takes you more than 3/8 of a second, you just paid more than our sales tax.
And you can vote at the...
anywhere. City Hall.
City Hall, at the county building.
Other places. If you don't know, you don't care. It's easy to find out. What else is happening? That's good. I like that.
You know, the sheriff's office...
You always love talking about sheriff's office.
Well, they're no longer...
fingerprinting
people for background checks and the like.
But they already have your fingerprints.
And
don't they?
Well, I thought I wiped them clean when I left them on the window.
Since when have you wiped anything clean?
Yeah, so you can't get your fingerprints taken at the sheriff's office anymore. Although, when I needed fingerprints taken for a government job I was hired for, I went to Las Cruces Police Department.
Yeah.
I think I had to pay $10 to get my fingerprints taken. But if you need your fingerprints, you can't go to the sheriff's office anymore. You have to go to a private fingerprinting expert.
What do they charge?
Pay them. I don't know, probably $10.
The reason is, tell them the reason, because they're now doing it digitally. Mm-hmm. So you no longer have to get black ink all over your fingers, which is a hassle. Not only that, you immediately put your fingers down, and it goes there. The sheriffs can't afford the equipment.
So when they arrest somebody, they're still doing it the old-fashioned way?
They bring them in. Yeah, maybe they do. I mean, they bring them in and they, who knows? You would think it would be so easy, you know. Why can't an iPad have that app? You'd think you could put it on an iPad. How hard is that?
Well, most of the people they arrest are already in the system anyway. Their fingerprints are already there, so they probably don't have to print them.
Yeah, and most of the cops are familiar with them.
Well, no, I'm talking about the cops.
Oh.
They get arrested.
Oh, those guys. What else? You want to get through the show, right? So you can stop sneezing.
Well, now, this weekend, well, this month.
This month
they have
November.
Flu shot clinics are on. This month from 11 o'clock to 3 in the afternoon. Now,
You're against flu shots.
I'm totally against flu shots.
So's Meyer.
You're all for it.
I'm for flu shots.
I am not for flu shots.
You make your own decision. Obviously, why do people want you to get? Oh, they're making money on flu shots.
Of course,
right?
they make money on flu shots.
Making money on flu shots.
Who knows what's in those things?
Well, many people who get the flu, people who are over 60 or under 5 or immune suppressed.
How about the people that get sick from the flu shots?
Well, they're aberrations.
No, getting the flu is an aberration. I haven't had the flu since I was 6 years old.
You know, you keep talking about this, and the flu's going to kill you. Right? You know, I'm not superstitious. I'm hoping you are.
I'm not.
Oh, well then it's okay to talk about stuff like that.
I'm just anti-flu shot.
By saying I'm not going to get a flu shot.
I'm not.
Well, you know, you don't work in an area where there's a bunch of roomy old people. Roomy, R-H-E.
Because I don't ride the subway with a bunch of people breathing on me. And,
how do you get to work?
Or I don't work with a lot of kids who are sick all the time.
So you're good. You don't need a flu shot.
I don't need a flu shot.
You're not in the type of person who needs it.
That's true. So,
okay, get your flu shot if you're over 60, 65, you might need it, especially if you deal with a lot of old 60, 65 people.
Don't look at
and
me.
More. Might be necessary.
Now, here's one thing I found out.
What is this?
If you're into recycling, and the city gave everybody a recycling bin, many of us, I live in the county, we don't have recycling bins, but we do recycle because we're good recyclers. We take our recycling to one of the recycling bins in town, like this one in front of the old Kmart on El Paseo.
Yeah.
And there's not as many around town as there used to be.
Well, not Dillard's, but
where?
The southwest side of the
mall?
Lyceum Mall. Yeah.
But if you put like all your cans in a plastic bag, or your newspapers in a plastic bag, and put the whole bag in the recycling bin,
they throw it out.
It won't get recycled.
And you know why?
Because when it gets to the recycling center in El Paso, they say they don't have the time to open every plastic bag that's full of cans or whatever.
Well,
so they throw it away.
You know why? It's garbage.
Well.
But you would have known that had you actually paid attention to the time when you did live in the city. And the rule is garbage gets put into bags, recycling, just throw it in, because they're picking this stuff out really quick. I would agree. How hard is it to take a bag and rip it open?
Well, there should be a sign on the big recycling bins. No bagged items.
I think it says that.
No, it doesn't.
Well,
because that's where I recycle.
You don't like to read. Well, just take your bag out and
I don't bag my stuff. I empty the
Well, then you're a good guy.
I am a good guy. But if you bag your stuff, open the bag, or else you're wasting your time because it gets thrown away.
And where do they recycle plastic bags?
At Albertsons
Very
and
good.
Walmart.
And where do they recycle glass?
Target's the only place I know of.
It's good. This is common knowledge then, if we both know the same things. What good are we?
Well,
so, what else? Oh, this is a big weekend.
It's a big weekend.
Red Fair is going on now.
The Renaissance Fair at Young Park.
Everybody should go.
Today
I
and
believe.
Tomorrow.
Everybody does go. It's fun.
50,000 people attend.
Yeah, it's the biggest fundraiser for the
Arts Council.
Yeah, Arts Council.
It's $6 now to get in, though.
Big deal. I mean, you get this whole thing, and they have great food, fun food.
They do.
They used to when we did a pastrami booth there. But don't you like? We don't do the pastrami booth anymore. But they do have that. They have that guy. Who's that guy?
Oh, that's
Bob.
That's the Magellan.
Bob Dibben. He's Robert the Rat Catcher. And he has his Ratapult. And he also does the Magellan in the water.
The dragon that's in the water.
He fixed it. He fixed it. Yes.
It's animatronic now.
He does. Yeah. Disney is looking for his.
It breathes fire and everything.
A lot of good food there. It's fun.
Bob, you can buy your Christmas presents there.
There is music. There's wandering troubadours. There's great things for kids. There's great things for childlike adults like we are.
You can spend a lot of money there too. You can dress in costume if you want to.
If you're running low on your ceramic ware, it's a good place to stock up for the winter. You don't want to be needing some ceramic ware, and it's all cold out, and you don't want to go out and buy ceramic ware.
And there's no beer and wine. But you can get a beer at Dia de la Cerveza.
There is beer and wine
today.
But Dia de Cerveza
downtown.
Yes, right by the El Paso Electric. Parking lot. Dia de Cerveza. Go see it. We'll see you next week.
We're out of time.
We'll love to see you again.
Thanks for joining us right here on Double Talk.